Maybe you've experienced this. Payday arrives, you feel that relief, and a few days later that strange feeling appears. How did the money run out so fast again? It's almost as if the money had a life of its own and escaped through your fingers while you're busy with your routine. Many people think the problem is that the salary is small, but the truth is much deeper. Most people are stuck in a model that seems obvious, but doesn't work. Work, earn, spend, repeat. It's comfortable for a moment, but it never takes you beyond. It's a wheel that keeps spinning, and the more you run, the more it demands from you. And this is where the difference begins between those who merely survive and those who build freedom. People who prosper learn something simple. Income is what keeps you alive for a month. Wealth is what keeps you free for an entire lifetime. Income depends on your time, your energy, your effort. Wealth depends on the decisions you make and continues growing even when you're not working. Building wealth is choosing that part of your effort won't disappear along with the bills. It's making money work for you, not the other way around. When you understand this, the way you see money changes, and when your vision changes, your future changes with it. The truth is that most people live as if their salary were a life jacket. It keeps their head above water, guarantees the basics, pays the bills, and that's important. But a life jacket doesn't take you anywhere. It only prevents you from sinking. The rich see money differently. They understand that depending only on income is living always in survival mode. You work, receive, pay what you owe, and everything starts over again the next month. No matter how much you work, the feeling is the same. You only keep floating. Now think of assets as boats. They don't just keep you above the surface, they take you forward. They move while you rest, grow while you live your life, continue functioning even when you decide to slow down. That's why rich people don't spend hours discussing what the best salary is, what raise is coming, or which job pays more. They dedicate energy to something different, building things that generate money without needing their presence all the time. It could be a business, an investment, real estate, knowledge that improves your ability to generate value. The format changes, but the logic is always the same. Income pays for the month. Assets build the future. When you learn to differentiate these two things, you stop living just to maintain yourself and start walking toward real freedom. If you're enjoying the video so far, go ahead and like this video. This helps a lot so that this content reaches other people who also need to change their lives. And tell me something, is this video speaking to you? Is it making you see money in a different way? If the answer is yes, then I have a special invitation. There are new videos on the Channel Club, an exclusive space for those who want to go beyond and receive private classes, straight to the point, with strategies that really work. There you'll have access to content that's worth much more than any college degree in terms of practical financial education, the kind that truly transforms everyday life. And the best part, all of this for a symbolic value to help you, designed so that any determined person can join. If you want to learn in depth, receive tips that can completely change your financial life and move to another level, become a member. Continuing, and there's a detail that almost nobody mentions, but that the rich understand deeply. It's no use earning a lot of money if you don't know what to do with it, because without knowledge, any raise just becomes a new opportunity to spend more. That's why so many people, even receiving high salaries, continue in debt, anxious and stuck to the next month. They lack the foundation, lack the vision, lack the understanding of the game. Investing doesn't begin at the bank. Investing begins in the mind. Before putting money anywhere, you need to put knowledge inside you, knowing how money works, understanding how assets grow, how to protect your wealth, how to make intelligent choices. All of this is worth more than any salary raise. The rich do this all the time. They invest in themselves first, then in the market. Because when you learn, nobody takes it away from you. When you understand the game, nobody fools you. When you master the rules, you stop depending on luck and start depending on your strategy. And that's why it doesn't matter only how much you earn. What really decides your future is how much you learn. Income without knowledge becomes waste. But knowledge, even with little income, becomes growth. This is how true financial freedom begins. And here's another truth that almost nobody likes to admit. Investing in books, courses, and studies is one of the most powerful ways to get rich. And precisely because of this, it's the most ignored. Many people want to earn more, want to have freedom, want to have choices. But when the chance to learn something new appears, they say, "Oh, that's expensive. I'll look at it later. I don't have time." And they continue stuck in the same cycle as always. The ironic thing is that these same people easily spend on things that disappear in minutes. Fast food, clothes they don't even wear, small pleasures that evaporate. But when the subject is investing in their own knowledge, where the return can change their entire life, they hesitate. The rich do exactly the opposite. Before earning more, they prepare themselves. Before investing money, they invest wisdom. They understand that the right book can open a door, a course can avoid years of mistakes, a new learning can multiply opportunities. Because knowledge transforms the way you see the world. And when you change your vision, everything around you changes too. The truth is simple. Those who avoid studying avoid growing, and those who commit to learning begin to build a wealth that nobody steals. Learning is the first investment that pays dividends for an entire lifetime. There's a common mistake that prevents many people from getting rich. They believe it's only worth investing when they have a lot of money. And because of this belief, they spend years without starting, always waiting for the right time, the month when there's extra, the raise that never comes. Meanwhile, the rich do the opposite. They start small, start simple, start today. They understand that wealth isn't born from a big leap, but from small steps repeated every day. It's like planting seeds. One seed alone seems insignificant, but when you plant several daily with patience and discipline, one day you realize you have an entire garden growing. The same happens with investments. A little bit per day, a monthly contribution, a constant habit. This is how you build solid wealth, quiet in the beginning, but powerful over time. And you know what the most important detail is? This process works for any person. It doesn't matter if you can invest a lot or a little now. What really matters is creating the habit of putting a part of what you earn into something that grows. Because this changes how you relate to money and creates a foundation for your entire financial life. Each small amount applied is like saying to your future, "I care about you." And most people never experience this because they want immediate results. They want to plant today and harvest tomorrow. And when they don't see that happening, they give up. The rich do differently because they understand the game. It's repetition that builds the harvest, not haste. One seed per day may seem little now, but a forest begins exactly like this. The biggest trap for those starting to invest is believing there's a single path, a single perfect investment, a single option that will solve everything. And this illusion has already made many people lose time, money, and opportunities. The rich don't think like this. They know that putting all your money in one place is like putting your entire life in a single bet. If it works out, great. If it goes wrong, start everything from zero. That's why they follow a simple and powerful rule. Don't invest on impulse and don't depend on just one source. Diversifying isn't about having 1,000 different investments. It's about distributing in a balanced way so that you have security, to sleep peacefully even when the market is unstable. Growth, so that your wealth doesn't stay frozen in time. Self-development, because investing in yourself is the safest asset that exists. It's like building a table. If it has only one leg, any movement knocks it down. But when you put several legs, security, growth, knowledge, it becomes firm, stable, resistant. And in the same way, when you diversify, you create a solid foundation that withstands crises, changes, and unforeseen events. While many people panic when something goes out of control, those who diversified stay balanced, because they know their future doesn't depend on a single decision. Intelligent diversification isn't about being in a hurry, it's about having strategy. It's not about trying to guess the future, it's about being prepared for it. The rich don't trust everything to a single place. They build several pillars to keep freedom standing. Most people live trapped in logic that seems correct, but isn't. If I want to earn more, I have to work more. They believe that growth is directly linked to physical effort, overtime hours, exhaustion, rushing around. But there's a limit. You can't work 24 hours a day. Your body gets tired, your energy runs out, your mind needs to rest. The rich realized this early and completely changed how to play the game. They learned to make money work in their place. While many people trade life for salary, the rich build assets that continue generating income even when they're sleeping, traveling, reading a book, or enjoying family. It's as if there were small, invisible machines working in the background, putting money in while they live their lives. And it's not magic, it's strategy. Each asset is like a silent worker that doesn't complain, doesn't miss work, doesn't ask for vacation. It just does what it needs to do. And the truth is that any person can start building these machines as long as they change their mentality. It's not about having a lot of money now, it's about creating structures that work when you're not available. When you understand this, you realize there's a limit to your effort, but there's no limit to what your money can produce. The rich aren't more intelligent, they just understood the rule. True freedom begins when your money works more than you do. There's an old belief that still traps many people. To earn more, just work more hours. But this idea, besides being exhausting, is completely limited because time is finite. You'll never have more than 24 hours in a day. And if your income depends only on those hours, your growth is also locked in them. The rich understood something simple but powerful. It's not the hours that make you prosper, it's the value you deliver to the world. Think about it. Two people can work the same number of hours, but generate completely different results. One can earn little because they do something anyone does. The other can earn a lot because they deliver something rare, special, useful, transformative. The market doesn't reward effort. The market rewards impact. When you learn something new, improve your skills, become more efficient, solve problems more intelligently, you put more value on the table. And when value increases, the return increases along with it, naturally. That's why getting rich isn't about running faster, but about running in the right direction. It's not about working harder, but about working with strategy. It's not about doing more, but doing better. And here's the most important detail. The value you deliver grows when you grow. When you invest in knowledge, when you read, when you take courses, when you learn a new skill, when you solve something that seemed impossible before, all of this makes you worth more in the market. And the market recognizes. It always recognizes. The rich don't try to win by force. They win through intelligence, through vision, through the ability to deliver something others don't deliver. In the end, what changes your life isn't how many hours you work, but how much each of those hours becomes worth when you become someone better. If there's a skill that separates those who prosper from those who are always chasing money, that skill is cash flow control. It may seem simple, it's just knowing how much comes in and how much goes out. But the truth is that most people live in the dark when it comes to their own money. They know they receive, they know they pay bills, but they have no idea where the money is really going. And that's exactly where financial freedom begins to slip through their fingers. Money doesn't disappear. It just goes to places you don't notice. The rich do exactly the opposite. They treat cash flow like a map that shows where the leaks are, where the opportunities are, and where the paths that lead to growth are. When you start writing down, tracking, recording every movement of your money, something powerful happens. You identify invisible expenses. You discover waste. You notice habits that sabotage your future. And for the first time, you gain control. And there's no freedom without control. It's like taking care of a boat. It's no use rowing hard if there's a hole in the hull. You can try as hard as you want. The boat will always sink. But when you find the hole and close it, everything changes. The same goes for your finances. Controlling cash flow isn't about being stingy. It's about being conscious. It's about taking command. It's about knowing exactly where each dollar is going and deciding with clarity whether it's going towards something that brings you closer to or takes you away from freedom. And the most interesting part, when you master this, money is left over. Left over to invest, to save, to build, to live better. Not because you earned more, but because you finally stopped losing without realizing it. Most people live as if money were only for paying bills, buying what they need, and when possible, enjoying life a little. But the rich think of something much bigger. They think of legacy. And what is legacy? It's not just leaving possessions. It's not just leaving accumulated money. Legacy is leaving a path. It's leaving principles. It's leaving a mentality capable of continuing to build wealth even after you're no longer here. Many people work for decades, but when they reach the end of life, they realize nothing remained. Everything they fought for was lost in expenses, installments, improvisations, and impulsive decisions. And without realizing it, the next generation needs to start from zero, again. The rich break this cycle. They don't just think about surviving. They think about building something that lasts. This includes teaching children about money, showing how to invest, explaining the difference between assets and expenses, encouraging studies, transmitting values of discipline and responsibility, and creating systems that continue functioning. Because deep down, true wealth isn't what you accumulate, it's what you leave prepared. Wealth can end, but a well-built mentality crosses generations. And here's the most powerful point of this rule. Legacy begins now, not when you're old. Every time you invest, learn, grow, organize yourself, you're building something that goes far beyond you. And maybe you don't even realize it, but someone, a child, a nephew, a grandchild, a close friend, is watching. And one day, they'll remember how you changed your own life and will follow the same path. The rich don't just accumulate money, they spread vision. And vision is the kind of wealth that no crisis can destroy. And before you leave this video, I want you to take this with you. Your financial life doesn't change in one day, but it changes on the day you decide to change. And if you've made it this far, it's because something inside you already understands that you deserve more. Deserve peace, deserve freedom, deserve choices. So keep walking, step by step, saving a little, investing a little, learning a little, because tomorrow you'll thank yourself for the courage you had today. If this video made sense to you, leave a like, share with someone who needs to hear this, and stay with me. There's a lot of good stuff coming, and the next video could be exactly the missing piece to transform everything. See you in the next one. Stay strong, breathe, and keep going. You can do it.